Good day and welcome back to the Herbert Dennard Show. We have with us Reggie Bell from Home First. What is Home First?
Home First is a 501c3 nonprofit comprehensive HUD-approved housing counseling center. Basically what we do is help families address whatever housing needs or issues they may have.
Okay. Recently the housing situation, not just in Macon, Georgia, but across these United States have been bad. Foreclosures are up. A lot of things are happening. Why?
It's a very difficult time, but most of that was predicated by a euphoric stage that we went through, very much like we did with the tech issues and the tech bubble back in the early part of this decade. And the bubble tended to pop sometime last year, but there were signs that came on as early as June or July of 2006. So basically what we're seeing is a slight downturn in the market due to the market having to shake out some folks who should not have been in there in the first beginning, as we say. Primarily people who were not particularly qualified for mortgages at the time. And also there was a number of folks who were speculating, particularly investors. And now that the economy has turned, those issues have got to be addressed.
What will happen to the people that bought the houses, the citizens of that bought them across the country? Should they get bailed out some kind of way? Well,
you know, there's the politically correct answer, and then there's the socially conservative answer. But the truth of the matter is, I think there's a combination. The federal government does have several proposals and initiatives right now pending before Congress that will do too. As you know, Bears and Stearns is one of the major corporations that were recently bailed out by the federal government. But likewise, there is something for folks on Main Street. However, the programs are not designed particularly to reach investors or speculators, but they're designed for folks who live in their homes and helping them maintain and stay in those homes. Part of the proposal is for first-time home buyers who may be interested in purchasing a foreclosed property. FHA is allowing those individuals up to $15,000 of assistance. If they buy the house, rehab the house, live in the house, there's a $15,000 tax credit. There are other initiatives that are coming forward where they're basically asking lenders and servicers to work with clients to actually stabilize those families by reducing interest rates and working with folks so that they can stay in their homes. So it's a combination effect, I think, is what it's going to take.
Home First, what do you do about that here in Macon, Georgia?
Well, we have a comprehensive foreclosure prevention counseling program, and the first thing that we have to tell people is don't stick your head in the sand, don't hide. When the letters come, the notices come, open them, because the first few letters that show up if an individual is having difficulty warrant help. And there's information in those letters that tell people where to go get that help that's needed. And we're that type of agency. As a HUD-approved housing counseling agency, we're on the list, so they would be directly referred to Home First. What we would do is do an assessment and look at what the best workout options would be to allow those families to stay in their homes. Georgia's a fast foreclosure state. In as little as 37 days, a family can be out of their home. So you have to respond very quickly when those notices come. There's fear, but our job is to assuage that fear, address it, and help people come up with a plan that's manageable going forward.
Do you contact some of the mortgagors?
Oh, definitely. And in fact, that's one of the biggest fears that people have, is answering the phone and it's the lender on the other end saying, "Where is my money?" What we do is, while the client is in the office, we contact the servicer and we negotiate on behalf and with the client to come up to some sort of reasonable resolution to avoid foreclosure at all costs. So if people are afraid to make that initial call, we will do it on their behalf.
Okay. Tell us, somebody listening, they're going through these problems now, how could they reach you?
We can be reached through several means. One, you can call us at 478-803-2373, or you can actually go through and register for foreclosure counseling through our website, which is homefirstga.org, and we can intake and initiate the process through the website as well.
Where are you located?
We're located at 682 Cherry Street in the City Hall Annex, right across from the City Auditorium on the first floor.
Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
And we'll be right back.